As you inhale through the nose, you want to feel your rib cage lateral expanding to the sides. And as you exhale, you want to feel the front of your ribs coming together, activating your transversus abdominis muscle, forcing the air out of your lungs. For cat stretches, you want to round your back without hunching your shoulders over, pulling your belly back to your spine, and then opening your chest, slightly looking up to the ceiling. Inhale as you curl and scoop the belly. Exhale, open the chest, roll the shoulders back. This is a great exercise for reversing the forward rounded shoulders position, often seen in people who spend hours in front of a computer. For neck stretches, we'll start by dropping the ear down to the shoulder and inhaling for 2 breaths. Taking the hand and slightly giving a little bit more of a tug for an extra stretch. Look down at the right diagonal with your hand pulling on your head, looking up to the opposite diagonal and giving a slight tug. Inhaling for 2 breaths and exhaling for 2 breaths. And reversing on the other side. You may extend your arm out to the side to give a little bit more of a stretch down the shoulder and the arm. This exercise is terrific for relieving a lot of neck tension. Our necks tend to get very tight throughout the day, so this is a great exercise for relieving that stress. Now it's imperative you don't pull too hard on the head in any of the positions, as it may cause too much stress on the neck muscles. You may injure yourself. You'll begin by sitting at the edge of your seat, crossing one leg on top of the other, and you'll gently lean forward. You should feel a stretch in the buttock area. You're going to lengthen your spine forward and lifting out of your waist. Switching legs, holding the position for 2 breaths. You want to feel as if you are not holding back any tension, just melting into the stretch. Once you feel that glute muscle has just released and opened, you can gently come out of the position. For the spinal twist, you'll cross one leg on top of the other and gently twist yourself around, looking over to your opposite shoulder. This exercise will help to relieve lower back tension by lessening the pressure on the intervertebral discs of the lumbar spine. Again, up to the opposite side. Inhaling and then exhaling, growing taller and twisting a little bit further. Inhaling, exhaling, keep twisting a little bit further, even more. For the seated side stretch, you're going to bring one arm and reach it over your head, keeping it right by the ear, reaching to the opposite side, really elongating and lengthening in one side of the body, creating space in the rib cage. You also want to make sure to keep both hips firmly ground into the chair. You don't want to let one hip come off. You want to get as much of a stretch as you can down the side of your body. Always elongating and lengthening. Another variation to make the exercise a little bit more challenging is to interlace both hands and lean over, or to interlace your fingers and releasing the thumb and index. The next 2 exercises are designed to help open the front of the chest and to pull the shoulders back, pulling the head back, looking slightly up at the ceiling. You can do it sitting in the chair. Another variation also is to interlace your hands behind your back and lean forward. Both exercises will do the same thing, namely to pull your shoulders back, expanding the chest. It's just a matter of which position you feel more comfortable with. Before beginning this exercise, you want to make sure that you either have good balance or that you're holding onto a very solid, steady surface. You simply reach back behind you and grab one foot, and then pull your foot in towards your buttock. Now the further you pull your heel into your buttock, the more intense the stretch will become, so you can gauge for yourself how much or how little you want to pull your foot in based on your level of muscle tightness in the quad. Now the key to any good hamstring stretch is to take the curve out of your spine. So you want to lean over on a chair or a steady surface again and lengthen out your spine. Try to lift your tailbone up to the ceiling so that you feel the stretch in the top of the hamstrings as well as behind the knees. Those who spend a lot of time in the workplace typing on a computer may experience carpal tunnel syndrome, which is caused by repetitive motion of the wrist. But these simple exercises can help relieve some of that wrist discomfort by rotating the wrist in various directions to alleviate pressure on the overused areas and stretching out the non-used portions. Take one arm across the body, take the other hand and grab the elbow, and simply push the elbow so that you feel the shoulder blades gliding off of the rib cage in the back.